So welcome back to a one-on-one beat sessions. It's a new segment we just created for season 2, Survivor Mondays, and I can't wait to roll it out right now because we got Pete in the guest chair right now. He's gonna be our first victim. I mean, he's gonna be our first person that we actually get into it. Man, who are you? First and foremost, we know you know Pete Janvier. You know. But
Janvier.
I mean, where are you from, dude? Like, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Where am I from? This is like put in a bio for your Facebook account.
Yeah, man. Don't say, hey, a child of God, and then have a ratchet photo on there, because that's what females will be doing on Twitter now. Don't be that person. I'm just a child of God. You feel me? But
the good child or the bad child?
You're right. You're right.
They're not gonna. Yeah.
Wow.
There's levels.
There's levels to the shit.
But nah. Pete Janvier. Last name Janvier. It means January in French. So I hold pride in my last name. If you don't know how to say it, I'll teach you how to say it.
Okay, gotcha.
Originally from Immokalee.
Okay.
Back and forth from Immokalee to Haiti. Spent 6 years in Haiti, came back to Immokalee, did first, second grade, and then made the transition here to Golden Gate. I've been in Golden Gate, Golden Gate, Florida, for some times now.
Okay.
I came in here in middle school, so I was the new kid. Elementary school, and I
would say though, like you coming to Golden Gate, I mean, at least in my opinion, from the outside looking in, you made a name for yourself.
The crazy thing is, I don't like attention, but
I feel like
I like making people laugh.
Exactly, I feel like you're so naturally drawing attention just because of the energy that you put off, and not even in a like you're a clout chaser or anything like that. It's just you're naturally entertaining.
Some people can handle the energy, and some people feel like it's good energy. Some people like it's overwhelming.
Okay.
So just coming in here, I'm Haitian descent. I'm the oldest of 5, so I'm the leader when it comes to that tribe.
Okay. Just because though, if you're the oldest, don't make you the leader.
You're right. I got a little brother that's a very smart kid, man.
Okay, so he's trying to take the alpha male.
I like to lead by example.
Gotcha. Keep an eye on him for that.
Always,
because
man. Graduated 2011, Golden Gate.
Okay.
Pursued athletics. Went up to University of Maryland and transferred over to Morgan State. Graduated Morgan State, broadcast journalism and media production.
Awesome.
And my inspiring dream is to be a weatherman. There's not too many Haitian weathermans out there. So I want to eat me a bowl of griot while telling you, hey, man, get your butt inside. It's raining.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I think that would be hilarious and great to watch. It'll probably boost the ratings a little bit.
Something different, man.
I just want to warn you because you're in Florida. So the weathermans, they get their their money's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Staying out there in a hurricane with my straw hat.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Holding the bottle prestige. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try my best.
Now you got me really entertained. You got to let me know what network you're looking at because I want to watch this.
The crazy thing is I'm so serious, but I joke around so much, and it's like
these are straight facts. This is literally what you want to do.
What I want to do.
You're gonna go to your manager's office. Look, man, I got a straw hat. I don't know what I need to do.
It's my good luck hat.
But I got it on. It's my hurricane hat. You know what I'm saying?
It got me through Andrew, Irma, and all of the above.
I can't live without it.
You can't.
But okay, so I got you personally on Facebook. So I got a couple questions for you, man. So are stepfathers making a comeback?
Stepfathers,
because I feel like you bring that up a lot. I see. I don't think they're doctored photos because I think they're really well orchestrated photos. I seen you with Rihanna at times. You want to comment on that? I seen you with Rihanna. I seen you with Beyonce at times. Listen. White families, Spanish families. You do it all, man.
I'm a versatile dad.
Okay.
Just because I like the role of, first of all, being a dad means that doesn't have to be my kid to be a dad.
Yeah, no, that's deep. That's true. That's very true.
There's a lot of coaches that are father figures. There's a lot of whoever you want to be, a father figure. It's a running joke that me and my best friend, my twin, shout out to twin, we just started playing around. He just entered fatherhood about a year ago.
Congrats.
And, he has a son, and I was like, hey, man, you got to lead by example.
It's true.
I mean, and he got me, thinking. I was like, well, what are the examples that we have? We're very limited, And, on Facebook, I joke around. I touch some very sensitive subjects periodically. And then there's times, I let the meaning behind the joke is to let people know that, there is black fathers. There's black, white, Hispanic. There are men that really want to hold that role.
And I think that's especially why I wanted to bring up the conversation, because I think fatherhood in general is taking a hit, as of recently, just because obviously, African Americans, black people, they get that bad rep, but realistically, this is happening in a lot of communities,
everywhere.
So it's one of those things. It's just like, how important is fatherhood as opposed to like right now? Because right now, what's being publicized is like strengthening women, letting women kind of develop their persona, and like building up women as a with their emotions, and like just being independent is great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it, you're a diva.
But how long are you going to be independent for?
Exactly. And how far are you pushing it? To the point where I've seen independent women, quote unquote, make it hard for the father then to see their children, because it's like, I don't need a man. We don't need you. But it's to the point where I feel like the father has just as much of a part within that relationship as the mother does. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not even trying to take away from the mothers out there, especially the single mothers.
Oh, no, shout out to those.
You carry the child, you birth the child. Breastfeeding right now. Yeah, creator. Exactly. But at the same time, to go ahead and divulge from the fact that
you didn't
fathers,
create it by yourself.
Exactly. You didn't do it by yourself. Fathers are very important.
Yeah.
And I think you need that balance. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you joke with it, but you touch on the subject, it's very important. Like, people don't really take that into account. And I like something as small, or I would say as small because people don't really focus on it, but to the fact that when custody battles, I've seen custody battles get ugly. And it's to the point where it's like, I've seen guys actually want to be a part of their kid's life, but they can't. They can't, because most of the time they side with the mother, which, like I said, I'm not one to advocate ripping a child from their mother, but I'm not also one to advocate not allowing the father to be a part of that child if he actively wants to be a part of that child. If there's nothing that should be keeping him from that child, if he's a drug abuser, okay, there's always there's always something you can spin in a sense that could pose a good excuse, but if there's active men out there trying to be fathers, it's like, well, then why not? So I feel like heroes like yourself, these stepfathers, I have a friend of mine, Donovan Facey, who I just feel like he's always having good conversations with me about the importance of stepfatherhood. And I feel like, man, like, you're right, because
what's stepfatherhood?
Stepfatherhood, because I feel like it's a cult following now. Like, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, but I'm saying it to the point where I feel like a lot of men are now putting a lot of light on it and the importance of it. Because in our generation right now, as messed up in our generation as it is, there's a lot of women not sticking with the original baby's father. The original creator of said child.
That seed, yo.
And nothing against them, it just may not work out. But stepfathers are more prevalent now. And I think that's really interesting, because you see when homes are broken, what then becomes new? Like, what becomes more focused upon, which I feel like stepfatherhood. We joke about it all the time.
Yeah.
Our graduating class. How many single non-childbearing women can you find within a generation of 22 to 30-year-olds now at this point? It's limited.
It's
limited to that point. So I think it's interesting. Like, now when we focus on fatherhood as a whole, what do you feel like defines you as a father? Because we personally know stepfathers can be just as likely to be a father into a person's life based off what they do. What would you consider as a father?
What would honestly, I take it, me learning about the gap of a father is me personally was the women that I encountered in my life.
Yeah.
There were certain women that refused to, I'll use this for example. Coming to America.
Okay.
When Eddie Murphy had the girl that the village wanted her to marry.
Yeah.
Told her hop on one leg, bark like a wolf.
Yeah.
You know, the father
check her obedience in a sense.
Checked her obedience.
Yeah.
And all that, but it wasn't what Eddie wanted. As a man, you know what kind of woman you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want a woman that's able to listen to understand and not just reply.
Exactly.
You know, and the reason why you're replying is because you weren't taught to think before you speak or think before you react.
Yeah.
And I feel like with fathers are supposedly, you know, they're supposed to be there to protect, provide. You know, but I feel like it's losing its meaning as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you feel amongst the years that the role of a father has changed now?
Because now the women can do that.
Yeah.
You know, and the women are taking that from us because, you know, the women are taking that from us because the man that they created life with wasn't taught the proper way of how to protect and provide.
But part of that is feeding into the cycle because he probably didn't have a father.
But then when do we stop the cycle? And me personally, I feel like what I'm doing, it's a joke. It was actually, I got the joke from the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Men ain't no good. Men ain't dogs. Who said dogs are all bad?
Yeah.
Why can't you just put me on a leash, teach me,
and
vice versa?
Yeah, sure.
You know, why can't you feed me like a good dog? Why can't you, you know, discipline me like a good dog?
I feel like the
and I'm not a dog.
people are gonna chop that and meme it. That's what it is. But I feel like the commitment aspect of things is going under question because I feel like now women have lost their patience with men in a sense that like the lack of commitment to then, like you said, teach the person, you know, feed the person, communicate with that person. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, nah, he should know this. You know, oh, he ain't got this, that, and the third. Drop him.
It goes hand in hand. Before you go create a life with someone, see how they were brought up.
Yeah.
See, I mean, obviously, the cycle repeats itself. You're over there falling in love with Denzel. Well, Denzel lives with his mom.
Yeah.
And you don't think Denzel was programmed and trained to be or seen certain images that's gonna, you know, unfortunately have him, hopefully not, you know, repeat the cycle. You know, you're only doing what was taught to that person. So the person's only reacting of what they were taught of.
So you're kind of questioning now women and their interview process and how they choose the man and like, are they doing enough thorough background check when it comes to who are you then courting at this point?
Courting, I mean, most women nowadays, the ideal is to be eloped or be with that person forever.
Yeah,
but
hopefully that's it.
We hope.
Yeah,
you know, if not, then you know,
good luck with you.
But on a serious note, it's like I use this running joke again. It's like a car salesman. You know, what do car salesmen do? They show you the gadgets, Bluetooth, parking assistant camera.
Yeah, he gets you sitting down looking real nice. Like, man, this is good.
But they don't tell you the alternator's messed up. They don't tell you the battery's jacked up. They don't tell you the 2 back flat tires are in there. They don't tell you don't have a spare. You have a jack with no spare.
True,
you know?
true.
Some women, I'm gonna use.
Yeah, let's not generalize because I don't want to get you in trouble.
Some women, you know, they get all caught up in the car.
Yeah.
But they don't know where the car came from, how many owners the car had.
Yep. How many miles is on it.
Yeah. I mean, they know what the check engine light is, I hope. But it's women when they're doing the interview process, you know, they're asking what are their qualifications, but, you know, they ask where your upbringings, but they don't go into details.
Gotcha.
And the details are sometimes making the difference. You know, with me learning, some women that I meet, you know, both parents, I know they know how to be emotional and how to be strong.
Yeah.
Because the man teaches the woman how to be strong, and the woman teaches the
you know, the women teach the men, you know, how to...
And vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa. So, I mean, that now, before we finish up on the topic, I think now it kind of goes under question, like, also, the metaphor, like, you attract a certain type of fish by the bait that you put out, right? So, at least when we bring that into terms with women and how they attract men, because that's what's going on. we're the ones hunting, right? We're the ones
We're
going
the
after the
hunters,
ones.
yeah.
So let's be honest in that sense. Ain't no girl out there like really hunting for men like that, and if it is, it's on a rare case. So I will at least bring up a situation with myself. I would say, and I'm guilty of this, and I'm gonna be real with it.
Yeah.
I've approached a female before with a certain ideology, like, okay, I'm not really in here for the long haul. I'm over here just trying to get it and get out. You know what I'm saying? And it was nothing towards her. It's not like she was ugly or anything like that. It was just one of those. I have that millennial mindset where it's just like, yo, I'm trying to get it. Trying to get out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get tied down because that ain't the way to go, this, that, and the third. But I would say how she carried herself, this person in particular, how she carried herself, she wasn't letting that happen. Like, she wasn't trying for it to go that way. And in actuality, what happened was that we talked more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. It was just like, all right, instead of Netflix and chilling, we're going out a little bit more because that's how she diverted my attention. How she did it, I don't know. It was a mind trick. I don't know. I'm not going to go into detail, but it was also like really, it dawned a new light on me because then I was just like, it caught me in my own tracks. I was like, damn, Danny, like, look how you just were moving. And then she showed you a new light and now you're getting to know her. She's actually a dope chick. You know what I'm saying? So how about we try to kind of change it up and see where this goes? We've been going out a little bit more. You get to know that person, learn that person for what it is. But would that had happened if she didn't train my eyes from being a dog who just wants to meet to like, hey, appreciating that bowl of treats? You may not have all of it, but get to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, invest into it. You know what I'm saying? You'll know how fruitful it really is. So it was really interesting because I feel like little things like that, where I feel like if females were to understand that you can actually kind of divert the attention, that you don't subconsciously realize that you're putting yourself out there. These IG pics, putting your titties and your ass out there, but then you're like, yo, I'm not that type of person. But when you realize it, it's just like when you stop from the clout and carry yourself a certain type of way, you'll actually realize men will adjust. You know what I'm saying? If you want someone to look at your eyes, don't wear a top with your titties out.
Because that's where our eyes are going to
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of it works in communication. It works with relationships. If you want a relationship, carry yourself a certain way, a relationship way. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of like food for thought. Again, if you guys have any comments, especially females, because we don't have any females to kind of chime in, drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. Obviously, because we don't want to get Pete in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
But he was dropping knowledge. He brought up good points. So tell me how you feel in the comment section below. And if anything, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next section. It's game time, man. We got you in the guest chair. We got some games we want to throw at you. But we're going to go ahead and check that out after this break. So we'll be right back for some game time.